This film had the potential to be the next pan-India success. Nani would have easily become a pan-India star. The box office is going great, but I personally don't think the film reached the level it could have. Why is that? Let's talk about it. Hello guys, I'm Nona Prince and today we'll be talking about the latest Telugu film, Dasara, written and directed by the debutant Srikanth Odela. Now I got late to this because of the horrible timings. Now I wanted to watch the film in Telugu and I inquired about if there are subtitles or not, and I wrote 2 mails and the reply was there are no subtitles. Then I saw so many people saw the film with subtitles, so I was curious. So I called them up and then they told me yes, there are subtitles. I think these are the issues why people prefer to watch the film on OTT, especially outside the southern states. But now coming to the film, I had mixed feelings. I liked a lot of things, but I also didn't like a lot of things. So let's break it down one by one. A spoiler alert, if you have seen the movie, then only continue watching the video. First thing, the film is by a debutant. Just wow. And we actually talked about in the podcast with Hidde Ranjan, the style of Telugu cinema, you can check it out here, where we talked about how Telugu cinema gives so much opportunity to new directors and writers. And this is an example of that. And visually the film is so good. The cinematography is outstanding. It has that premium feeling to it. It doesn't feel like, they had low budget for this, because I know they had. But through the visuals of it, you cannot tell that. There are a few certain VFX shots which don't look that good, especially the train scene in the beginning. But other than that, it's just gorgeous throughout. Now I would say the first 20 minutes were very choppy for me. The editing was not up to the mark throughout the film. And because of that, there were a lot of pacing issues. Initially, the use of background music was very jarring. It would suddenly stop, then suddenly come up. The volume of the sound design was very off. And all of this was mostly in the first 20-30 minutes. After that, it becomes much better. Now, throughout the film, there are certain segments which are done beautifully. All the songs in the film, outstanding, top notch. The framing, the colors, the use of light, it is just outstanding. And then certain moments in the film, like the cricket match, like the intense chase sequence, like the funeral, those are the scenes, done to perfection. But then come the scenes connecting these moments, which don't work that well. There's a clear lack of cohesion. There's no natural flow to it. It all feels very uneven, as if the director is not sure how to take the characters from one scene to the other. And that's interesting because you can tell which scenes were in his vision he was clear about. This is what I want, and he got it on screen. But then there were some scenes he was unsure about. He didn't know how to proceed, how to execute these moments. And those scenes lack the impact and the depth. And again, as a debutant, this is how you learn. This is how you gain experience. You understand how to optimize your script, how to make each scene count. And I'm sure the director has so much talent and potential, he will get better and better. And I cannot wait to watch more of his films. And I can say that because the way he sets up this world, we believe it. It feels like a world which is lived in. They are real people. There's a village near the coal mines. What is their life about? How alcohol is a big thing. How there's politics around it. And then how he flows a story through that of a love triangle. 2 best friends who fall in love with the same girl. But when one of them gets to know, he sacrifices his love for the best friend. The way the characters are written, they stand on their own. Like each one of them can have a separate film just about them. When the trailer came out, which I feel was a big disservice to the film because it doesn't represent the film what it really is. Everyone was comparing it with Pushpa and KGF. But I think the film that came to my mind while watching it was Rangasthalam, because it has some similar story beats. Where the hero is flawed. He's not really an active character. Whereas his best friend or brother is taking the charge, is taking the story ahead, and he's just following him. And when he's killed off, he has to take the charge, he has to take the revenge. But it's not that simple. And I love that how our hero is so vulnerable. He gets scared. He's not that macho man, Rocky Bhai. No, not at all. And I love that touch in the film. But coming to the villain of the film, it has an interesting start. But what happens in the second half really goes downhill. He just becomes too generic, just evil. Suddenly, he loses personality, which was present in the first half. He was fighting his own battle in a way. He wanted to make his father proud, stand in election, win. Of course, he had wrong traits. He was misusing his power. He was enjoying his privilege of higher caste. But there was a character. But in the second half, he just became one tone. First of all, I'm not a fan of when characters become very self-aware about themselves. That they start talking about the metaphor the film is presenting. Like Nambi's character saying, I am Ravan. You are Ram and Sita. No. Let us, the audience, see that. Let us interpret that. Don't make the character say it out loud. Then it's revealed that he actually lust for Vanilla and he actually killed Suri. Then later in the film, he goes to her and tells her that I killed Suri. Now I'm gonna kill Dharni also. Get ready. He just tells his plan. And then he's just waiting to be killed off. And even for Dharni, what was he doing in the second half? When he finds out that Nambi killed Suki and he goes to his house to kill him, and then it's revealed to him he also lusts for Vanilla, there's just one more thing added, that why he should kill him. I didn't understand why he didn't kill him. I just didn't get the point of not killing him. It's not that it's revealed that he's your brother so you cannot kill him. You just got another reason to kill him. And from there I just didn't understand what was happening. The actions he was committing made no sense to me. But the storyline of him getting married to Vanilla, that was very interesting because that was again the soul of the story. I just felt the whole villain part didn't work with that story. It felt like the film didn't know how to go from Dharni getting to know who killed his friend to the climax. And just to fill up the blanks, we had some story going on. So we could delay the climax to come, the revenge to happen. And then the climax also actually didn't work for me. First you have a whole scene with the grandmother that you should not kill him, don't go for revenge. They bury all the weapons. And then when it's Dasara, he's going to kill him. But is he actually going to kill him? It's unclear. And then he's attacked with 100 goons, which don't stop. They just keep coming and coming. Now again, I'm not questioning the logic of how we can beat them up. No. Emotions, yes. You want him to take the revenge. That's not my problem. My logic is, where are all these people coming from to kill him? And just to kill Dharni, Nambi ordered so many people to come. That too in front of the whole village. The village in front of whom Nambi proved that Dharni is wrong. He doesn't know, he gets drunk. He doesn't even remember things. How can we listen to him? And in front of them only you're calling these people again to kill him. It will just make his point right. So what is the villain's logic here? I didn't get it. And those goons just keep coming and coming and coming and there's no end to that. And there were some interesting visuals created, but again, it didn't had any impact to me. And the film tried to create visual stakes instead of emotional stakes at that point. That the stakes will be higher if more and more goons are coming to kill him. That's not how it actually works. Then suddenly the police show up and tries to catch him. Like, why? He was getting attacked. Why you are catching him? He had not even laid his hand on Nambi. And then he's taken off, but he comes back and then kills Nambi, It just... Again, it felt like, more time was needed to construct the climax. And after the climax, he goes to jail, then he comes back from there, and then we resolve the whole alcohol thing. And again, as I said before, optimization. A great climax would have been to bring both those stories together and end them together at the end in the climax. Instead of doing one first and then later doing this other. Him destroying the bar literally felt like, they forgot about their storyline and they're like, oh shit, we didn't cover that, let's do that scene here. See, I'm not trying to bash the film. I'm just talking about why certain things in the film didn't work for me, and these are my reasoning for that. Now, one reason can be because the subtitles were not the best. They were just going too quickly and sometimes they were not making sense. So maybe I missed something important there. You can let me know in the comments. But whatever I could understand visually, I was unable to make sense of it. But I think what really stands out is the cast, their performances. Dheekshith Shetty as Suri, so good. Keerthy Suresh as Vanilla. Oh my god, she was just having a blast. I can just watch a film about her character alone. She was so good, so refreshing. I've never seen such a female character portrayed in a film. Tom Chacko, I think, has become the villain face now. Everyone wants to use him like that. And I think just with his presence, he could do it. But I wish, the writing gave him more to do. But coming to the natural star Nani, this was his film, man. So rustic, so raw. He just got into the character. He literally carried the film. You feel so emotional for him. You connect with him so much. Behind that raw, rustic look, there's an innocent human being. And he portrayed it wonderfully. And I want to say it again, what I said in the trailer reaction for this film, that Nani deserves better. He actually doesn't need to do this, over the top sequences. It's not that he cannot do it, but he doesn't need it because he's such a great actor. For me, the standout moments were not his action moments, but the emotional ones. When he loses his friend, when he's in the guilt, he cannot even grieve, when he's unable to express his love, that's where his power lies. That's what he is. That's why he's a standout than everyone else. That's why he's my favorite. And I think in Jersey, he just got to flex his acting muscles. This is definitely one of his best performances. He had a big impact. And in this video, I actually talk about the 25 films that impacted my life. So to know that, definitely check it out. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up button. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Share this video and I'll see you next time.